Hi friends, my name is Mayor, M-A-I-R. I am Sin City _ cross stitcher here on Flosstube and on YouTube. This is my 5th Flosstube where I talk mainly about cross stitch, and today is Saturday, July 13th, I think. I have a lot to share with you today, but first I just want to start by saying a huge thank you to everyone who has watched or commented, liked, subscribed, shared my channel. I really appreciate it. I love being able to interact with you all, and I'm having just a really good time making these videos. My husband said that I need some kind of gimmick so that I can get my subscriber count up, but honestly, this is not a popularity contest for me. I'm just interested in sharing my cross stitch with others who also enjoy this wonderful craft. And if that's 5 people or 500 people, makes no difference to me. I'm just so happy and excited to be here. Let's see. I have a few previous finishes, some current finishes. Oh, I want to start with, what did I do with that? This is a Save the Stitches. I forgot to show this the last time. Sorry, just like wicked glare. I got this at a thrift store in Arizona when I was there last month. I have no idea the name of the pattern or the designer. All I know is down here at the bottom, it's signed MKM in the year 2000, so it was stitched 24 years ago. So I guess that would make it vintage now, but I love it. It's very Southwest, very Arizona, but it was only like $9 for this. So I just wanted to share that, so now I can put it up on my wall. Okay, so previous finishes. Well, this one, actually, I did not stitch this one. My aunt stitched this in 1980. My mom has had this hanging in her house for, 24 years, and it was really dirty. So I said I would take it home and try to clean it and finish it again. It wasn't laced or anything. It's got, there's a lot of staining here. It was taped to a cardboard. So I did find a really cute frame, and I did try to wash it, but I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter in here because it's just going to be in a frame, but you can tell like the original color of the fabric, and now it's dirty. And so I did try to wash it, but I didn't have a whole lot of luck. There were some bigger stains that I did get out, but yeah, I mean, I guess it just looks like the color of the fabric now. So that's that one. And this, my parents used to have in their house, they used to have a big mural in the dining room. It was actually wallpaper, and it was a mill like this. So very cool. Okay, so this is one that I had started probably in the 90s. The copyright date on this is 1995, but it's a dimensions kit. And I finally just finished stitching it a couple of years ago, and I FFO'd it on this board that I thrifted. I think it used to have some kind of like, I don't know, it was like a cook or something on there. And so, yeah, I just stitched this on the kit fabric with all the kit floss. FFO'd it on this thrifted board and put some jute, or whatever that's called, rope on there. So I really like this. I love lighthouses, although I think there's a spot there. I think something ran. This might have been in the early days when I used to always wash my pieces. I don't really wash them anymore. I used to have to wash them because I used to use wooden hoops, and the wood from the hoop would leach onto the fabric, and so I used to have to wash my pieces. And I used to just use DMC back then, so it didn't matter. I mean, I didn't have to worry about, the color leaking or anything. But I don't know why this one, this is just, I think it's DMC, so I don't know why it did that, but anyway. So my next previous finish is from this magazine, just cross stitch 2020, August 2020, and it is, I don't know exactly when I started or finished it. I think it was in 2020. I wasn't keeping track of my stitching at that point, but this is the pattern that I did. It's called Enjoy Summer, and it's by, okay, I know I'm going to butcher this name, but Evdokia Nikolava of Pinochka. Sorry, I tried. And then, so this is my finished product. I'm not sure where I got this piece, this board, but looks like I just finished it in the hoop and glued the hoop onto this board and then put this same rope around it. The white is kind of, doesn't show up very well, but this is just a light blue Ada. And then my last previous FFO is probably one of my absolute favorites. This one is called Cape Cod, and it's by Oberlin Sampler. They're not, I don't think you can't get the patterns anymore, I don't think, except for on the secondary market. But this pattern means a lot to me because when my husband and I first got married, we used to, like, well, I guess we still do, but, you know, fill each other's stockings at Christmas time, and he had gone shopping with his mom and picked out this pattern and put it in my stocking. And we used to live in Cape Cod, so yeah, it just reminds me of living there, and I just think it's so pretty. The lighthouses, I love lighthouses. And this is, I think, the first piece that I ever had professionally framed. And back then, I mean, this was probably the late 90s. I think it cost maybe $50 to have this professionally framed, which I think is probably unheard of now. I haven't had anything professionally framed in many, many years, but I hear it can get really expensive. But that's Cape Cod by Oberlin Samplers. Okay, and then so current FFOs, I have a couple. This is Mouse's Strawberry Parade. I did this one for the Strawberry Moon Sal that Marjorie Maid hosted, and I just made it into a flat fold. So I think I had showed the finish last video, and now I've fully finished it into a flat fold. And I just put some of this ribbon on the side, pin that I made, and a charm. And this is a 14 count Ada that I hand dyed myself. And then I think I showed a finish of this one last time. This is Independence Day by Asbury Echoes. She is on Flosstube and on Instagram. She designs a lot of primitive style patterns, and you can find her on Etsy. And this one is called Independence Day. And this was a really fun, quick stitch. And it's stitched on Stitch Me's Macchiato 28 count. And I just put like a bulb pin with the charm and some buttons. And somebody was asking me, actually I think it was my sister who was asking me, why do we put a slit in the back? And I think normally a lot of people will just sew all the way around and leave a space open at the bottom to stuff your pillow. But a lot of times for me, when I sew up the bottom, it's not very neat. It just looks very wonky, and then you end up getting like your bottom is kind of like indented where you sewed it up by hand. So a lot of people will cut a slit in the back and stuff it that way, and then you would just sew the back up, and then to cover your stitches you just put some decorative little piece back there. I've used felt sometimes. This time I just used the same ribbon lace that I put on the front. Actually, this piece I used the antiquing spray from Curly Girl Crafter on Etsy, but I didn't bother spraying this piece. Nobody's gonna see it. It's just gonna sit in a bowl. But anyway, I love this one. I like how it turned out. And then my last FFOs, I keep them in this little dough bowl. This is the Grand Old Flag pattern by Brenda Gervais. So I did all 3 of the patterns and just made them into these little pillows. I haven't put trim on them. In the pattern, she shows rickrack on the edge, and I do have some vintage rickrack. I might still put that on, but for now, I just made them into a pillow, and I actually did sew up the bottom of these. I mean, it's not perfect, but... And I put lizard glitter in these. Oh, speaking of lizard glitter, one of the things that I had wanted to say earlier was that I just wanted to say a big thank you to the Stitching Owl who shouted me out on her channel, and she had mentioned that lizard glitter, for those of you who don't know, is crushed walnut shells, and it never even occurred to me that you have to be careful when you use that, and like if you're going to give these away as a gift to somebody, just be mindful that they don't have allergies to nuts, because if you stuff something with the walnut shells, you know, it could trigger their allergies. So it's that just was like, wow, I never even thought of that. But anyways, the Stitching Owl, I just discovered her on Flosstube, and I highly suggest checking her out because she just did a series of Flosstube videos. I think she has like 4. They're tutorials on how to finish mini stockings in 4 different ways. You can like stuff them, or like flat finishing, and like she did 4 different tutorials. So I do have a few stockings that I need to that I've finished stitching that I have not FFO'd yet because I was kind of unsure on how to do it. I was feeling a little intimidated by it, but she gives wonderful instructions, and you know, there's like 4 different ways that you could finish it, which I didn't even, I don't know, just cool. So definitely go check her out on Flosstube. So here's the another one. This one was kind of, I thought this was going to be my favorite, but it was a pain to stitch all those red stripes. But got it done. And then this is the last one. So, and I finished them all the same. Lizard glitter, and then the backing fabric. And they just sit in my dough bowl. And I love these. I love these finishes. Okay. Next. So, I don't have any finishes. I did finish the Grand Old Flag, the one with the flag, you know, it's actual flag with the stripes. I did finish that one and FFO that one. But I don't have any finishes. I just have a bunch of whips now. It's been so hot here. It's like we broke, I think, 4 or 5 records. It got up to 118 degrees a couple of times, and it's never ever been that hot in Las Vegas. People will say, oh, I remember when it was blah blah blah, and you know, your car might say it's like 125 degrees outside, but the car isn't always accurate, and I think it depends on where in the valley you are too. They take the temperature in the same spot every single day. And since they've been taking records, I think in 1937, that was the hottest day that they ever recorded. So it's been kind of crazy here. But so I've just been staying inside. You know, I get up, go to work, I stitch, I go to bed, I get up, go to work, stitch. So it's like, that's been my day because I can't really do much else. I did try to go for a walk a couple of times. I think it was maybe 90 degrees when I woke up at 5 a.m. And so I did get a couple of walks in, but you know, if you get started any later than that, it's just so uncomfortable. So I think I mentioned my planners in my last video. I use a teacher planner that I get at Big Lots, and so this is the very first one that I ever used, because I first discovered Flosstube in the middle of 2021. I want to say like April or May, and everybody was talking about the Book of Days, and I just happened to be in Big Lots and found a teacher planner, and it was like perfect because it started in July, and that was right around the time that I wanted to start keeping track of, you know, my stitching on a daily basis. So this is what I've been using ever since, and thankfully they've still, every year I've been able to find it. Every year I'm like, oh, please have it, please have it. What am I going to do if they don't have it? You know, then I have to get like a regular calendar and start, you know, in the middle of the year. But anyway, so look at this one, $5. This was 2021, 2022. And then the following year, this is 22 to 23, inflation, $8. And then the next year, it was $9.99. And then I found one this year. I had to go back like 3 different times because they didn't have it. And then I ended up going to a different store and they had it. So this year, we actually had a little price reduction, $8.99. But yeah, I just find that, being an accountant, I just find that fascinating. I don't know, the prices, and so what have I been stitching? I think the last time I filmed was June 30th. So I know I've had a few new starts since then. June 30th. No, yeah. Oh, no. It was July 1st, I think, that I filmed. So anyway, I'm just gonna dig into my basket and pull something out, and we'll see what it is. Okay, so this is in my Patchwork and Poppies bag. This is Summer Quaker by Lila Studio. I'm stitching this on a 20 count, Live and Die LA. Forgot the name of it. Malt of the Earth. Here's her tag. Live and Die LA. And this is just a wonderful, wonderful fabric. I mean, it's just so nice to stitch on. So last time I showed this was during my my whip parade, I think, and I had only half of this crab Quaker done. So I finished the other half of the crab Quaker, and I did these little motifs down here. I started this other Quaker. I added the swim in the words. I worked on that green border a little bit. And then I started working on the house that's attached to the lighthouse. So, made some decent progress. I think this is one of my absolute favorite whips that I have going on right now. These are all the flosses. These are floss tags that I got at Stitch-N-Inigans from the Paisley Stitcher. This is what the pattern is going to look like when it's all done. So I still have a lot to go. This is like all full coverage in there. That is going to be a beast to stitch, but it's just gorgeous. I love it. So that is Summer Quaker by Lila Studios. What's next? So here's a new start that I had. I think I mentioned this one the last time I was going to start. It's for the In Full Glory BB Sal. It's a Blackbird design called In Full Glory, and the Sal is hosted by the Camping Stitcher and I think it was Nancy the Disorderly Stitcher. So this is the pattern. This sale started on July 4th, and I know quite a few people have already finished it because it's such a small, quick stitch. But I only just started mine yesterday because I didn't have most of the called for flosses, so I kitted it up on my own with just things that I had. But I did not have anything comparable to the red of the house. So I ended up having to order the called for, which is used brick. And I ordered it from 123 Stitch, and then there was an issue with my post office. They said it was delivered and it wasn't in my mailbox, so I had to like put in a service request, and finally like 3 days later it showed up. So I got a late start on it, but this is my progress so far. And I'm stitching this on a 28 count ice blue Lugana. So I have, these are the top 3 windows and part of the roof. So that one's been fun. Been enjoying that one. I think that's all I worked on yesterday. And I know I said that I wasn't going to do any more patriotic stitching, but that I had decided I was going to keep stitching through the 4th of July weekend, and then because my floss was delayed, I ended up getting a late start on that one. So hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, so the next one that I worked on is Christmas Patriot by the Nebby Needle. This is from the 2018 Christmas winter issue of Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. And this is what it's going to look like. I worked on this one just for one day. I had to take my son to the eye doctor, and we had to wait forever. So this was a good travel piece because it was very small. It was on Ada. And so I kind of messed up with the colors. So, like, this part of his coat all down here and at the bottom, and these stripes are supposed to be white. Actually, it was called Ice Blue, I think, was the color. Icicle is the color, which from Weeks Dye Works, which I didn't have. So I pulled the DMC, which was blue, ultra, very light. And it just blended in with my fabric. So I guess that must be why I chose to do this blue instead. But I guess I could have done, I mean, because it's in between the other stitches, it would have been fine. But anyway, it is what it is. So I'm getting done. I'm getting close. I have to finish his arm, and then his coat goes like up here, and then his face. So probably one more stitching session and I could complete this one. And I could even do this one for like Christmas in July, because I mean it fits for Christmas because he's Santa and it's patriotic. Would you display this in Christmas or 4th of July? Maybe I could display it during both. I don't know. Oh, I didn't show you the In Full Glory. It's in my it's another Patchwork and Poppies bag. I love this one. Strawberries and cherries. And then the patriotic Santa, I have them in this one that I made. Okay, next one. I'm not going to show you this one. This is, if you watch my first 3 videos, I showed this. This is the Appalachian Trail that I'm stitching for my sister, who's currently hiking, the Appalachian Trail from Georgia all the way up to Maine. I did work on this for a day, and I finished this, and you know, I was doing a red thread to follow along where she was at on the trail. I'm not going to show it because she recently had an incident with a stalker on trail, and her videos are delayed, but just when I stitch this, and I show, you know, the red line of where she's at, it's more true to where she is currently. And I just don't want to, I don't know, I just want to protect her safety, you know, so I don't want to give anybody, you know, any ideas of where she is currently. I think a lot of it was, and she's fine, you know, he didn't harm her physically, she's fine. It just really shook her up a bit. So I'm not gonna share this one until she is finished with the trail. Okay, so my next one is Funky Chickens. This is a sale being hosted by Allison of Mrs. AZ Family Zoo, and wanted to say thank you so much to Allison for shouting me out on her channel as well. This is the pattern. Love this pattern. Colors are just so vibrant, so pretty. So I worked a couple more days on this one. I'm actually working on this, the rooster. I think it's the rooster. Yeah, the big one, the rooster. And I'm still not finished with him. I'm probably about half, well, not even halfway yet, because I still have one side, you know, I still have to fill in this, and I have the words, and then this is like a mirror image on the other side. So I still have quite a bit left to go. But I really am enjoying this one. This is just on a white 28 Monaco. The colors aren't as vibrant in the video as they are in person, but they are very bright. And I'm stitching it with all of the, well, the two, it's called for Cosmo. I have two of the Cosmo, and then I'm just stitching the rest in DMC colors. So I think Allison, go check her out on her Flosstube channel. She has finished the first rooster, and I think she plans on filming tutorial on how to FFO it, which will be good because I'm gonna need some help doing that. Okay, this next one, oh, there's two in this bag. Okay, this was a new start, I think, since I last saw you. I'm pretty sure it was. This is Patriotic Quaker by Primrose Cottage. And this is where I'm at. I'm stitching this on 28 count Macchiato by Stitch Me. And I'm using all of the called for color and cotton. This one is a lot of fun. I know I've said before I love Quakers. I just find them very enjoyable. And let's see. I also worked a little bit on Freedom by Tralala. And I think I might be using some of the called for, and then I converted some of them to color and cotton. These are the colors. And this is where I'm at. So last time I showed this, or well, what I've completed since the last time I showed this is I brought her dress down. I think I added another 4 or 5 rows to the bottom of her dress, and I worked on, you know, extending the vines and doing some flowers, and I gave her eyeballs. So she's not as creepy anymore. She has eyes. You can't even see the hair, can you? Oh, they're so light. I tried to do it like my hair color and my eye color, but she's very pale like me, so blends into the fabric. Okay. I don't know why, sometimes I really rush through these videos, and then sometimes I don't. So I feel like today I'm really rushing. I don't know. But it's in this bag. I think I've showed this before. Another patchwork and poppies. And then my funky chickens. It's in a bag that I made. Alright. I think this is the last one that I've been working on. This is another new start. This is Sampler of the Sea by Carriage House Samplings. I'm really into like summer seaside type stitching right now. I think I'm using the called for colors. They're all, yeah, the DMC. I keep them in this little pouch, Ipsy pouch. But these are all the flosses for that. And I'm stitching this on a 28 count grog by Bestitch Me. And this has actually been pretty quick stitch. I think I did this in maybe 2 days. So it's so much fun. I'm really enjoying stitching on this one, and I'm excited to get back to it. But I have the first row done. Let's see if I can pull these up at the same time. So that one is going to be really cool. I'm hoping to finish it similar to this. This is a horn book. Oh, she got it from Valley House Primitives in Mesa, Arizona. Huh. So I'll try to finish it like that, or maybe I have something similar in my frame collection. So that's been all of my stitching. Like I said, I've done a lot because there really isn't much else to do in this heat. It's even too hot to clean. Like I got up just before 6 this morning and spent a little time cleaning my kitchen, and then, you know, by that point it's like, ugh, it's just too hot to even clean. Okay, so next, purchases and plans. Oh, Happy Meal. Do Happy Meal. So I think I've told you all about my pen pal, my cross stitch pen pal, Barb. Every 2 months we come up with a theme, and then we stitch something for each other, and then we send it along, and you know, with other stitchy goodies. I showed you the cigar box that I had stitched for her last time, but I just got her package in the mail this morning, and I haven't even opened it yet, so thought I would open it with you guys. Let's see what's in here. Aww. Oh, that's cool. That's a thread. What do you call those things? A thread. Oh my goodness, can't think of the name. Look at that. That's gorgeous with the rose. Wow. Huh. That's really cool. Oh, nice. Some patriotic fabric for finishing. That's awesome. Run towards your joy. Aw, cute. Primitives by Kathy. It's a, I think it's a needle minder. That's very cool. Awesome. Okay. And then I think the stitch piece is in here. I'm sorry for the noise. Oh, she's got this like wrapped really well. Like, oh. Okay. Oh wow. Huh. What is that? That's so cool. Is it open? Okay, can't get it open. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's like a little decorative pin. Cute. Oh wow, it's another one of those floss keeper things. And it's got like a hook that you can like hook it on to the inside of your bag. That's cool. Oh wow. Oh wow, is that a necklace? Hmm. Oh wow, it is. Look at that. Sunflowers. Huh. So pretty. Wow. So cool. Okay. This little itty bitty one. Ooh. Oh wow. Oh, little, that's cute. Little jar with some beads in it. That's so cute. I think I dropped something, but I don't. Oh. Oh, wooden spool. That's too funny. I sent her one of these too, because I had gotten you know, I had thrifted a bag of like with bunch of wooden spools in it. Oh my god! Y'all, look at this! Oh my gosh! We stitched each other the same piece. Oh my gosh! Look at that! That is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. That's awesome. Look at that. And she did, I think that's so funny. She did the same thing I did. Like my favorite colors, one of my favorite colors, and the blonde hair, one of her favorite colors, and the brown hair. How crazy is that? Oh my gosh. Oh, look at that beautiful fabric. Barb, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I love it. Thank you. That's so great. Okay, getting a little teary here. Okay, so a couple of things that I have purchased. I know I said I was going to slow down, but you know, I work hard, so why not, right? So I got the Cross Stitch Christmas book by Craftways, and they send this to me automatically. Somehow I got on their mailing list, but you could see that Helen Daly, I printed out one of her freebie patterns, and I was just using it as a bookmark. But I'm not going to do a whole flip through in this because if you want to see a flip through, I highly recommend going to check out Carolyn Zook. She's C Zook Stitch on Flosstube, and I think it was on Monday she posted a flip through of this book. So she went through the whole book and talked about all the patterns, you know, who they're designed by, and you know, she shows you every pattern that's in the book. So if you're interested in buying it, or if you want to know what's in the book before you buy it, definitely go check out her Flosstube for that flip through. And she does a lot of flip throughs, so I shouldn't say that. She does a lot of flip throughs. Just Cross Stitch magazine and the World of Cross Stitching magazine. So, and she just has a wonderful Flosstube. She films every Saturday, and she's just such a joy to watch. I love her. So this, I think this is probably my favorite one. This one right here. It's by Emma Congdon, and I don't know, it just gives me like real total vintage vibes. I really like that one. Kind of reminds me of the Mini Marvels piece that I'm stitching also. So this is the 2024 Christmas Cross Stitch Christmas book. When I was at Big Lots and I bought that planner, I also found this, it's a pencil case. It's hard-sided, but I thought that this would be really good for like a mini traveling project keeper, project bag type situation. There's a mesh pocket here where you can put your floss in, and then I'm gonna put a magnet on this and stick it in here so all of my needles will be right there. This thing is meant for pencils, but I put a pair of scissors in there, and then back here I've got a pattern and some fabric. So, and I can also fit my glasses in here, and then it just, you know, zips right up, and you can just drop it in your handbag or your backpack, luggage, whatever, and take it with you. So I thought that would be, thought I'd give that a try and see how that works out for me. I placed an order with Lindy Stitches. She got in a bunch of fabric from XJU Designs, and I've always wanted to try their fabric. I just never really found it anywhere. Like if I was ordering from somewhere, I would always check to see if they had that fabric, and they didn't. So I was so excited to see that she had gotten a bunch of the fabric in. The only thing is I didn't see any Lugana, so I got a variety of different counts just to see what I like. You know, because different dyers, their fabrics can be different, even if it's like the same count fabric. It's all different. So I did get a 16 count. This is called Witch's Brew. It's a purple. It's not really coming through. But one thing, this fabric is like super stiff, so I don't think it's a Zweigart. I don't know. It doesn't have that orange stripe on it either, so I'm thinking maybe it's a Witchel. But it is very stiff. But that's, yeah, it's a purple. It's like a lavender. It's very pretty. It'd be really good for some Halloween stitching. Then I got an 18 count. This is Grandpa's sleeve. Again, this is like super stiff. But so pretty. I don't know what I would stitch on this that wouldn't get lost in the dark spots, but I'm sure I'll find something. It's very pretty. Love the modeling. And then I also got a 32 count linen. So I really haven't stitched too much on linen before, but I absolutely love this color. This is Marbled Bunny. Got some beautiful modeling on it. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to stitch on this okay. I might need some extra lighting or extra magnification. I do wear readers. I have like 2.5 strength readers, but I might need something more than that. I have some 4, is it 4X or 4, whatever it's called, I don't know, but the strength is a 4, and those are actually too strong, so I don't know. So Sorry, I keep bending down because I'm trying to grab all this stuff. So I mentioned earlier that I had to place an order with 123 Stitch to get some it's called Used Brick by, I forgot who it was by. Who's it by? Classic Color Works for the Info Glory Sal. And I also had to get some for another chart I think I showed you last time as part of my haul. It was Anna Omen by Lila Studio, and that one also called for used brick, so I got a bunch of that for that pattern as well. But you know, when you place an order, you don't want to place just for a couple skeins of floss. So you know, I bought DMC Floche. It's supposed to be really good substitute for DMC white. Like, it's supposed to make your stitches look nicer and have better coverage. I heard about that from Erin on the Steel City Stitchers. She really loves to use this Floche. So I decided to get some and give it a try. And then I also bought this little 8x12 piece of 28 count Monet Lugana. It's so pretty. Love this color. I have nothing in particular in mind to stitch on this, but I'm sure I will find something. And then I picked up a couple of patterns. Oh. This one, I absolutely love this. Peacock by Cottage Garden. And I got it calls for 1 week's dye works, so I got that, and then the rest is DMC. But it's just gorgeous. I love peacocks, and I love those colors. So nice. And then I also got Quaker de la Ferme. It's a farm Quaker by Jardin Privé. It's got a cow and chickens and sheep in a barn. Just thought that was so cute. I've always wanted to live on a farm. Maybe in another life, I don't know. But that one is really, really fun. And then the last thing I got from 123 Stitch is Erin Elizabeth Stitchy Tier. This is the sewing, Stitchy Tier, yeah. She has a lot of different tiers. They're so cute. And actually, I was thinking of starting a sale for those, if anybody is interested. It doesn't have to be this one. Like I said, she has a lot of tiers. She has different holidays, like there's a 4th of July, Christmas, Halloween. She also has one with cats. She has a baking one, St. Patrick's Day. She has a Canadian one. She has one for England that has like the old-fashioned telephone booth, like the red telephone booth, and what else is on there? There's a crown. So she has a lot of different tiers that you can choose from, and you don't have to stitch a tier from Erin Elizabeth. There are other designers who have tiers out. I just went on to 123 Stitch because I was curious about all the different ones. Madame Chantilly, she designs a bunch of tiers. There's one with the bees. Madame Chantilly's, those are a lot bigger than this one. This one is 61 by 91. And I think most of her Erin Elizabeth's tiers are about that same size. But the Madame Chantilly ones are like, I don't know, 150 by 200 or something like that. They're a lot bigger, but they're a lot more detailed too. But you could stitch one of those, and I think she calls them tier cakes or cake trays or something like that. And then when I was searching, I also found one by Hands On Design. It's like a mini tier. I'm thinking it might have been a series because it was like a Christmas #1, #3, I don't know. But it had deer on it. but it was the same kind of concept. It had like the, you know, the tiers. And then also Tiny Modernist does them. She has The Wizard of Oz and Alice in Wonderland. So yeah, if you would like to join me, we can do a Sal. If you want to, like, if there's anybody that wants to co-host with me too, that would be great. I was thinking of calling it Stitchy Tier. No. What was I going to call it? I have it written down somewhere. Oh, where did I write it down? That's crazy. I know I wrote it down somewhere. Anyway, I think it's like Stitchy Tier Sal. Something like that. I'll put it in the description box. But yeah, if you want to join, maybe we could start like let's see, what's today, the 13th, so August 1st, maybe. Would that give you enough time to, you know, get your supplies and whatnot? I do have the called for fabric for this one is 28 count taupe Lugana, so I did purchase that. I just need to kit it up with the floss, which I think is DMC. Yeah, DMC. So I just need to kit it up with the floss. So yeah, tier tray Sal. I just can't believe I don't remember what that is. Okay, tiered tray Sal. I'm going with that. Okay, and then the last purchase I made, I was watching Julie, Kansas City girl in the Colorado world, her whip parade recently, mid-year whip parade, and she showed this, and actually she's shown it in like her past few whip parades, and I just always loved it. The only problem is that it's only available at Lakeside Needlecraft in the UK. And I think I had looked for it one of the last times that she showed it, and I didn't want to pay like the $16 to have it shipped. But this time I saw it again. I was like, I really love that. So I ordered it. It's designed by Durene Jones, and she designed it exclusively for Lakeside Needlecraft. It's called Spooky Halloween. And it came as a kit. So I got the called for fabric and all of the flosses. It came with pumpkin. The fabric is pumpkin. It looks like it's a printed fabric, but it's a 28 count even weave. And then all of the flosses, which are DMC, and there's some light effects. And then it also came with a needle minder. So very cute. I'm so excited to get started on this one. So since I was placing an order from them, and this was very reasonable. I mean, the price of the kit was very reasonable. It was just the shipping that was kind of, kind of hurt a little. But since I was having stuff shipped already, I just threw in a couple of extra things. So I got this one, which is Brewpub by Waxing Moon Designs. It's all black, DMC black or onyx. And I thought this would be cute in my kitchen. And the called for fabric is 28 count Valor. But I think I purchased this for it. It's hard to... It's like a green, very light green mottled. But, yeah, because I was like, why did I buy this? And it looks a lot like the picture, so I'm thinking maybe I bought it. It might have been like a suggested substitution for that. I'm not sure. And then I just got this huge cut of 27 count Brittany Linda taupe even weave. So that is it for my purchases. So plans. Okay, so actually, now, well, I want to ask your opinion on something, but I don't know how the fabric is going to come through, because those last few pieces of fabric that I just showed you, the color, true color didn't come through very well, but I want to start this. I purchased this last year, and I meant to start it last year, and I didn't get around to it. I've never stitched a Nora Corbett or a Mirabilia before, and I was talking to Sarah Stitching Mommy at the Stitch Shenanigans last year, and she said if you're, a little hesitant at starting one, like a Mirabilia, start with one of her, like the Nora Corbetts that are smaller. So I went to Stitcher's Paradise and bought the pattern and the beads for this one. And I had this fabric, it's just a taupe Lugana, that I was considering stitching it on, but I didn't know if this would be too boring. Sorry, there's a needle in there. I don't know why there's a needle in there. But, so these are the flosses. And here's the pattern again. So this fabric is a little darker than the taupe Lugana, but I was considering doing it on that, but I didn't start it, maybe because I was unsure about this fabric, because it is kind of light. But then I bought this 32 count Elixir by XJU Design from Lindy Stitches, and it's a green. Here are the flosses on it. So I don't know if either one of those, I don't know, what do you think? Do you think either one of those would work? I'm worried that this one might be too boring, but then I'm wondering if maybe this being my first Nora Corbett, maybe I should, start out slow and safe, I guess, instead of this one. Here's the pattern again. Also the other thing with this one is this is a 32 count linen, and it is a darker fabric, so I'm concerned about my ease with stitching on this. There's this big huge slub right there too, but I can always stitch on the other side. So I'm not sure, or do you think either one of those would work, or should I try again and find something else? So that is one that I would like to start this year. And then I know I said that I'm not really Christmas and July person. I really like Halloween stitching, and stitching Christmas before Halloween just seems kind of off to me, but I do have some Christmas whips that I might touch. Also, I'm an in-season stitcher, but I don't seem to have an issue stitching on out-of-season whips. I just have an issue with starting new things out of season, if that makes sense. But I do have a couple of things, again, that I've had kitted up for at least a year that I had meant to start last year and didn't get around to it. But one of them is Cardinal Kin. And that one is all kitted up already. And then the other one I have is Santa's Tree Farm by Brenda Gervais. And that looks like it would be a quick stitch. When I kitted this one up, I didn't have any of the called for, maybe 1, 2, I don't know. So I was trying to kit it up myself with things that I have already. But now I'm second guessing this green. I might swap it out for something else, but I just picked some other weak dye works that I had, DMC, some Gentle Arts. So I might, that's a potential Jolly July start. And then I need to work on my Autumn Is As Joyful Lila Studio Quaker. I still haven't finished June, so I need to finish June and work on July. And the Deadly Aquarium Sal, I just do not have the desire to pick that one up, even though I keep seeing the releases and they're gorgeous, but I think it's my fabric. I'm just not enjoying 2 strands on 18 count, but I am gonna try to pick that one up again and keep going and see if I can push through. And if I still really don't like it, then I'll, you know, I'll just either abandon it or start again. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, I guess those are my plans. Oh, also, my birthday is in a couple of weeks, maybe a month, next month. And I need to think about what I want to do as a birthday start. 2021, I did The Bookshelf by Little House Needleworks. In 2022, I did Redbird Sampler by Brenda Gervais, which I just finished a month or so ago. And then last year, my birthday start was the Summer Quaker by Lila Studios. So now I need to figure out what I want to start this year. I have a lot of options, so it's just a matter of deciding on one. I'm kind of leaning towards this one by Fox and Rabbit. August is also designer Garan Stitchery. Their designer focus of the month is Fox and Rabbit. So this is a potential new start for August, possibly for my birthday. Yeah. So I don't know what else. So I would be filming in 2 more weeks, but I will be away on vacation visiting my family. So I might try to film while I'm there and see if my sister Julie will want to film with me, because she's also a stitcher and maybe she'll want to show what she's been working on. If not, I'm probably going to try to film a kit parade this weekend. I have a lot of things that I have kitted up that they've been kitted up for like a year, since last year, because my plans were to do 24 and 24, and I did really well with that for maybe the first 3 months. And then I think so where are we in now? July. So I probably should have started maybe 13 so far of the 24 and 24, because 2 a month, but I think I've only started 8, because in April I ended up getting distracted by the Deadly Aquarium Sal. That was taking a lot of my time, getting that border stitched up. So I kind of fell off the 24 and 24 wagon. And if you don't know what 24 and 24 is, I think it was Pam from Just Keep Stitching. It was like a hashtag that she had started. Basically, you would start 24 new projects in 2024, which, you know, is like 2 a month. So very doable, because normally I start like 50 projects a year. I know that sounds like a lot, but a lot of what I start are smalls. I do a lot of ornaments, you know, as we get closer to Christmas. Then I do stitch a lot of smaller things, like, I stitched those 3 grand flag pillows, and I count each one of those as one. So, so 24 starts really wasn't a big deal for me, but then I just got distracted and starting other things. So I have a lot of things still kitted up from that. So I might try to film that this weekend, and then if I don't have a video in 2 weeks, I can just, upload that kit parade, or maybe I'll just have it scheduled to upload next weekend, and then yeah, we'll see. Okay, I guess that's all I have for you today. So I'm just gonna say goodbye, and I hope everyone is staying comfortable and safe in all of this crazy weather. I know a lot of areas of the country, you know, the United States and other countries are having weather issues. So just hope everyone is comfortable and staying safe and getting a lot of stitching time in. And I will see you guys all next time. Thanks. Bye.